Hey everyone, and welcome back to Haste Kitchen now. I know I'm a little bit late to the table, but I'm going to say to you, Happy New Year. I know it was a week ago, but reason being, if you watched my last video, you know that I've been spending the last 9 months creating this lovely studio space. So for Happy New Year, we're going to start off with a nice healthy New Year. We're going to do a beautiful little breakfast number. We're going to be doing some sweet potato and beetroot rösti. Going to fry that off in a little bit of coconut oil, a little bit of avocado smashed over the top, and finish with a beautiful poached egg. So this will make enough for 2 röstis. We're using 2 sweet potatoes. I've just peeled those off completely. And we're just going to grate these down using the chunky side of your grater. Just give them a rough grate down. Now this is never going to be the easiest job. We've got beetroot that we want to grate. So rubber glove it, or you just use your bare hands and just get manly with it. And just use some white wine vinegar in your hands afterwards. So it's New Year. Everyone's doing that healthy kickstart. I'm sure you are. I always do it every year. It's not a New Year's resolution as such. It's just like the way I actually like to start the year and usually follow it on for the whole of the year. But yeah, it'd be nice to know if you've done anything for New Year, what you're going to be doing. Comment whereabouts you are in the world that you're watching from and what you're up to for the month of January. We're going to go in with around 1.5 teaspoons of cumin and about 1.5 teaspoons of paprika. Now they're totally optional. I think it gives it a bit of a sort of like a Moroccan taste for your breakfast, and it works really, really good when you've got that guac in there with that like tangy lime. Good mix through. Now to bind that together, you've got a lot of dry ingredients in there. The beetroot might be slightly wetter, but you want to crack an egg in there. So in with 1 egg, give that a really good mix round. Little sprinkle of coarse sea salt. Now that sea salt itself, when you bite into it, you get those little gritty pockets of salt. Really kicks out the flavour. So you can see there the beetroot started to release some of its colours and it stains the sweet potato. We know now that is ready to start making up into our little patties. Hands involved again. I know it's a messy old job. Don't worry about some of that moisture because that's going to release when it starts hitting the fat in the pan anyway. Now you don't want these to be too big, but you want them to be reasonably fat. Once you've got them into shape, you can just lay them out onto a plate ready for us to actually start cooking through. But the good thing about these, you can actually prep these in advance, just leave them on a tea towel or a little bit of kitchen roll in your fridge and you can use these for 2 or 3 days. So we've got a pan here, a little bit of white wine vinegar, a little bit of salt, we're going to do a beautiful poached egg. Now we're going to get this pan up to a decent heat. Into there we're going to go in with a little bit of our coconut oil, so just about 1.5 teaspoons of coconut oil. Melt that down in the pan and you want that to be cooking at about a medium heat. You don't want it too hot, otherwise it's going to burn it straight away. We're going to go in with our little röstis. Just lay these down, one at a time. We're going to be cooking these off for about 3 to 4 minutes either side, just until you know that's cooked through thoroughly and you get a nice little crust just on the outside. While they're cooking off on one side, getting a nice crisp side to them, we're going to get on with a really easy sort of guac style topping. We're going to get 1 avocado, slice that through, make sure it's a nice ripe one. Now you can stick this in the blender if you want more of a puree. We're just going to go rustic on this. Make sure you roll that lime. You get about another 40 or 50% out of the lime just from giving it a little roll. Squeeze that all over, and then we're going to go in with a little bit of our coriander. Now if you don't like that, you can use a flat leaf parsley. And we're just going to put a little bit of a heat element through there. Just going to go with a little bit of finely sliced Thai chilli. I'm just using the back of a fork, just mush that up. Now you don't want it to be too mushed up, you just want it to be more so you've got little whole bits of avocado, you've got those little bits of chili kick going through there. So you're looking for that sort of texture where it's just not too chunky, you haven't obliterated it. I'm just going to stick that to the side and get on with our poached egg. Your egg's boiling away, let's start plating this one up. Seriously, what is there not to like about that? How much better is that than a bowl of cereal first thing in the morning? Look at the colours in there. And then finally we're going to finish that off with our poached egg just over the top. A little scattering of our salt. Just a little swirl of our balsamic glaze. I mean, seriously, how good does that look? What, 15 to 20 minutes, you've got the perfect, really healthy, great kickstart to the day. Let's go for a little taste test. So good. I mean, if you're going to make any of my recipes, give this one a crack. It is a perfect, healthy alternative to your breakfast kickstart to the day. Now, if you do make it, hashtag me at Haste Kitchen as always. Let me know whereabouts you are in the world and what you think about the new studio kitchen, if you're happy with it, and what you'd like to see me cook next. Anyway, see you next week. Cheers then, guys. Bye-bye.